What's going on, everybody? Today I will be previewing UTSA's 2024 college football schedule, and I will predict which games on the schedule I think they will win, and I will also predict which games on the schedule I think they will lose. UTSA lost a lot of talent on their team. They lost their quarterback and they lost a bunch of talent on defense, so I do really expect UTSA to take a step down, and they do rank near the bottom in the country with production that they lost on the team, so I do expect them to be worse next year. But before we talk about their schedule, make sure you like the video, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you guys love college football, then you will love this channel because we upload daily college football content and we basically cover everything on this channel. So definitely consider subscribing. And also consider joining my Discord server down in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the video. UTSA had a pretty good season last year. They finished with a 9-4 record and they ended the season with a bowl game win against Marshall. UTSA will kick off the 2024 college football season playing against Kennesaw State at home. Kennesaw State will actually be a team joining the FBS next season, and this should be a very interesting first game for UTSA. And I wouldn't count out Kennesaw State to keep this game somewhat close. UTSA started their season very slow last season, and they went 1-3 in their first 4 games. And this could be a game where UTSA possibly underestimates this Kennesaw State team. Kennesaw State wasn't a great team, but they are returning their best players on their team, and they do rank top 5 in production returning, and Kennesaw State could be a sleeper FBS team, and I'm excited to see what they can do at the FBS level. But I think UTSA does win this game, because UTSA should have a lot more talent than this Kennesaw State team has. Maybe UTSA loses this game because UTSA lost a lot of talent, but if I'm being realistic, I do have to pick UTSA to win this game, and I have them moving to 1-0 on the season. The next game for UTSA will be on the road against Texas State, and I think this is a 50-50 game. Last season, UTSA beat Texas State by 7 points, but I think Texas State gets their revenge and wins next season. Both these teams lost a lot of talent, but I think Texas State did a better job in the transfer portal than UTSA did. And I think the talent on these teams will be very similar, but I gotta go with Texas State knocking off UTSA at home. And I think Texas State has a bit more upside going forward, so I do have UTSA moving to 1-1 on the season with a loss against Texas State. UTSA's next game will be on the road against Texas, and this is basically a guaranteed loss for UTSA unless something crazy happens, because you never know, it's college football. But there's going to be a few teams who can actually beat Texas on the road, and UTSA is not one of those few teams. This Texas team is going to have one of the most dangerous offenses in the whole country next season, with Quinn Ewers and the receivers this Texas team has brought in. Texas will also be returning a lot of talent, and they're one of the favorites to win the national championship next season. So I really don't see a world where UTSA even comes close to beating this Texas team. So I have UTSA losing this game, and I have UTSA moving to 1-2 on the season. The next game for UTSA will be a game at home against FCS Houston Christian. This should definitely be a free win for UTSA. This is the cupcake game on their schedule, and 99% of the time an FBS team plays an FCS team, the FBS team will obviously win. So I do think UTSA easily wins this game. And there's not that much to say about this game, and I do have UTSA winning this game and moving to 2-2 on the season. After this game, UTSA will start conference play, and none of the dates have been announced yet, so the schedule is kind of all over the place. But I will go through the away games first, and then I will go through the home games. And UTSA's next game will be on the road against Army. And last year, Army actually beat UTSA, which was a shocking upset. But I don't expect UTSA to lose to Army back-to-back seasons. And Army shouldn't be a great football team. This could possibly be a difficult game for UTSA, but I feel like UTSA will come out to play in this game, knowing that they need to win this game this time around. So I do think UTSA wins a somewhat difficult road game, and I have UTSA moving to 3-2 on the season. UTSA's next game will also be a road game, and it will be a game against East Carolina. UTSA actually beat East Carolina by double digits last season, and I do expect UTSA to beat East Carolina again. East Carolina just isn't a great team, and they went 2-10 last season, and they don't have very many positives going forward. And I know UTSA is losing a lot of talent, but I still expect UTSA to be at least a solid team out of the American Conference. There's a lot of pretty bad Group of 5 teams, but I think UTSA will be better than the majority of the Group of 5 teams. And East Carolina is a very bad team, so I have UTSA winning this game and taking advantage of another easy game, so I have UTSA moving to 4-2 on the season. The next game for UTSA football will be another game that is on the road, and they will play Rice. It's kind of funny how I joked about how mediocre this Rice program usually is, but the more research I do on this team, the more I realize that they were actually okay the last couple years. And next season, they're returning a bunch of talent, especially on defense. And I think there's potential for this team to take that next step and possibly win 8 or 9 games. Rice actually made a bowl game last season, and they've had a couple 6-win seasons as of recently. And with all the talent that they're returning, I think they're set up to have a breakout season. So I think Rice wins this game. So I have UTSA moving to 4-3 with a tough road loss against Rice. Rice could possibly become one of those top teams in the American, but this is only speculation, so we will see what happens next season. But all I'm saying is watch out for Rice football, because they are a team nobody will talk about, but I think they could possibly make some noise. But the next game for UTSA football will be on the road against Tulsa, and this will be UTSA's last game on the road. And I don't think Tulsa will be that good. They went 4-8 last season, and they are not returning any good talent, so I think UTSA will get themselves back on track with a win in this game. UTSA should easily win this game, so I have them moving to 5-3 on the season. The next game for UTSA will be a home game against Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic only won 4 games in 2023, and I just don't expect this team to be much better, and there's nothing much to say about the mediocre Group of 5 teams. And any team that struggles to make a bowl game in a Group of 5 conference is a pretty bad team, and UTSA should be a big step ahead of this Florida Atlantic team, so I have UTSA winning another game and moving to 6-3 on the season. An easy conference should really help this UTSA team out, even after losing a bunch of talent, and UTSA has been one of the best teams out of the American for a few years now, so I can't really predict a big downfall for UTSA football. And like I said, UTSA should be a lot better than most of the teams in the Group of 5. But one conference game that will be very tough for UTSA is their game at home against Memphis, and Memphis is bringing back a lot of talent while UTSA is losing a lot of talent, and a lot of people are very high in this Memphis team, and a lot of people think they will make the playoffs. So this will be one of the toughest games for UTSA football in 2024, and I think Memphis will win this game on the road. I think UTSA will be good, but I do think they will take a step down, and I'm pretty high in this Memphis team. Memphis has a really good offense going forward, and they will have too much talent for this UTSA team. So I do have UTSA losing a tough game at home, and I have them moving to 6-4 on the season. The next game for UTSA football will be at home against North Texas, and UTSA will probably be favorites heading into this game, but I think this is a potential game that UTSA loses. North Texas was a pretty competitive team last season, and they had a solid offense last season. They did lose a lot of offensive talent, but I still think they will be an okay team, and they could possibly be better than people think because they did very good in the transfer portal. So I think this is a game UTSA shouldn't lose, but I do have UTSA getting upset in this game, and I have UTSA moving to 6-5 on the season. UTSA's last game of the season will be at home against Temple. And Temple was a very bad football team last season, and the season before that, and the season before that. They've been very bad for a long time, and they actually have been consistently bad. They finished with a 3-9 record in 2021, 2022, and 2023, and that's laughable if you ask me. So I think UTSA wins this game pretty easily, unless something crazy happens, and I have UTSA finishing the season with a 7-5 record, which would be a big step down from last season, but 7-5 still does get them a bowl game, but it wouldn't really give them a shot at the American Championship. And I think teams like Tulane and Memphis will definitely be a lot better than UTSA. UTSA lost the American Conference Defensive Player of the Year, Trey Moore, so that will really hurt them. And I really expect the defense to be a lot worse because they lost a lot at every position. This was kind of a shorter video because a lot of these games I didn't have much to say about, and I'm getting all the Group of 5 schedule predictions out of the way first, so I could talk about the bigger Power 4 teams. But I do enjoy doing these schedule predictions, and after I'm done predicting all these schedules, I will predict each conference championship winner. And I will rank all the Power 4 conference teams, and I will also give my 12-team playoff predictions. So we have a lot more videos planned for the offseason, and I'm definitely excited. So be sure to tune in for more videos. And also before you click off the video, make sure you like the video, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you guys love college football, then you will love this channel, because we upload daily college football content, and we basically cover everything on this channel. So definitely consider subscribing. And also consider joining my Discord server down in the description below. But that's going to do it, guys, and peace out.